have your book because I'm reading it right now.
Ah!
Yes, I'm shipping Nellie and Ray so much, so no spoilers. They just had their first kiss.
Okay, slag.
Slag. Congratulations to you on this film, Millie. I love it when a small woman can get up and rise and defend herself and survive, so that it was totally my jam. I loved all the sword fighting that you did. Talk about the training for that and also what it looked like on set when you were fighting the dragon.
Yeah. Well, actually, the sword fighting was... I thought it was going to be more challenging than it actually was. Like, I thought, because I do have, I don't know if I have good hand-eye coordination. Like, I don't dance very, I don't dance very well. And so for me, I'm always like, oh, I don't know if I'm able to, tennis, I'm like, okay. So I kind of was putting myself down for quite a while until they gave me the sword and I was like,
you were cool.
And they were like, okay, warrior. And I actually found it a lot easier than I thought it would.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then the dragon was a tennis ball. It was like this pole, but with a tennis ball on it.
Wow.
Like, that's the only way I can describe it.
Wow. It looked phenomenal on set, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, in the film, it looked phenomenal.
Yes.
I saw on Netflix's Instagram your video of how to have a proper tea, which I absolutely love. So what would happen if Elodie, Enola, and Eleven were to all sit down and have tea together? Do you think all of them would get along?
That's a good question. I think 11 would love everyone.
Mm.
She doesn't really not like people.
I think so too.
So I think she would really get along with Enola and Elodie. I think Elodie would find Enola very annoying.
Oh, interesting.
And I actually think Enola would find Elodie very obnoxious. So I don't think they would get along. I'm starting a rival between my characters.
I know, you're starting a rival between all of your Netflix characters. I love it.
I'm gonna have to go to therapy.
I love it. Well, I have to say one of my favorite TV ships in pop culture is Mike and Eleven, and I'm interested to see where they go. What are some of your favorite TV couples in pop culture now or even when you were growing up?
Oh my goodness, this is such a good question. So I think Bella Swan.
Oh,
I mean,
I'll talk to you about Twilight all day.
Right. That's definitely one of my faves. Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yes. Who did you ship, though?
Damon.
Me too.
Yes, Damon and Elena all the way. I have like a really big, you know what else? Normal People.
Oh my God, you are speaking my language right now.
I mean, like, okay, yes, like we get it. Like Vampire Diaries, amazing. But like something about Normal People, it was just like, oh my God, it just felt like you were watching real people. It's
Paul
amazing.
and Daisy are incredible in that.
Yes, amazing.
I want more, but I know it was a miniseries.
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Daisy Jones.
Oh my gosh, yes, Daisy Jones in
So
the Six.
good. I was just like, I mean, my fiance was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm just like sobbing and looking into my phone. So good.
Oh my God, you're totally speaking my language. I'm obsessed with all of those. Well, last question for you. I am reading your book and I'm a huge romance novel fan. What was the most challenging part for you about creating the novel? And then in the Audible, I've been listening to it as well, and you're doing both an American accent and British. I thought that was incredible. Is that something that you had always planned to do when you were writing the novel, to do it that way?
No, well, so the most challenging part about writing the novel was staying true and authentic to the story. Of course, like these are my grandmother's stories, so I feel, like there's an immense amount of pressure to deliver what she went through properly. And then the Audible, no, it actually happened on the day. We were reading until, the American accent had to come up, and we were just like, what do we do? And I was like, maybe I'll just do an American accent. And they were all like, what? And I was like, maybe I'll just do an American accent. And then I just did it.
Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, no, it sounds...
Yeah, it worked though.
It does work. I'm down for you to write another romance novel. You are my romance girly. I'm loving to learn this about you.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
Congratulations to you on Damsel. I'm so excited for audiences to see it. But Winnie needed to make a cameo.
Of course.
Where is Winnie?
She's going to be like the Game of Thrones coffee cup somewhere. You'll see her in the movie.
Oh my God. I love that. Thank you so much, Millie. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So good to see you too.
Hey, Millie, so to start, this fantasy realm is always just fun to kind of dive into, but what I really like is she's a strong character that's not on paper from the start. We kind of see her build up to showing us her intelligence and how she works. For you, what was the joy of getting to kind of map all of that out and watch this character grow throughout the movie?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I I guess from the beginning of the movie into the end, she really is two different characters. She even looks different. So it's a lot of story to tell within like an hour and 45 minutes. You want to make sure, like you said, like map it out. But for me, we had like checkpoints. Like each cave was a different version of Elodie. So that's kind of how I mapped it out. She's not only shedding a layer of costume, but she's shedding a layer of fear and, you know, victim.
Yeah, and I asked Robin this, and I just think it's funny to think about. When you are working with a dragon, you kind of have to have in your mind, like, what this dragon is. Did you think of, like, a specific, like, how did that kind of work? Did you think of a dragon that you were like, this one's terrifying, or were you like, nah, it's Pete?
Yeah, no, I guess that's a good question, because it's like, nobody's asked me that yet, and I don't know what I really imagined. You know, it's just like, it's a tennis ball, and I'm just gonna pretend it's a dragon. But like, you know what I think? I think I kind of imagined the Game of Thrones one.
I forget his name, but that's a good one.
Daenerys.
That's Daenerys' dragon. Yeah.
So yeah, like one of the three.
Yeah.
Would have been like the ones that I probably would imagine.
Great. So just like a cat.
Or like How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, like a cat.
Yeah.
Just slithering around,
Yeah.
which this dragon did look like a cat.
Exactly.
I do love too, like, with the exception of like her sister and when we see her relationship grow with her stepmother, most of the characters in this movie that Elodie is kind of dealing with, she's not supposed to really get, like, she trusts them but shouldn't.
Right.
When you are an actor kind of building that relationship with another actor, is that something that was on your mind, or were you guys just there to like have fun when you weren't filming?
Oh yeah, like I totally like turn that on when we say action. Like other than that, you're my bestie. So I don't really care. I mean, same goes for Stranger Things. Like Vecna,
Yeah.
you know, Jamie Campbell Bower is like my bestie. And we definitely shouldn't be besties considering we both are trying to kill each other the whole show. But yeah, I'm not really able to bring it home. And
yeah.
I think that there has to be a good separation. That's what acting is, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on now. We're expected to turn it on and turn it off.
And with a movie like this, like, princesses are always kind of fun to dive into, especially because we have a history of starting to make them stronger than just like being with a man. For you, were there any inspirations that you looked to, like, for princesses that you kind of wanted Elodie to be in line with?
Winnie, my dog.
Great. I love that.
And that's the tape. Yeah, I don't really have any. Like, I keep saying it, but I really don't. Like, I'm just trying to take parts of my favorite women.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
the elegance of my grandmother. My grandmother was so elegant. And, like, she, like, wasn't.
Mhm.
She's actually very similar to Elodie. Like, very, like, tough. But she was elegant in the way she, like, spoke about people and cared. And, like, just, I really liked that about her. Yeah. So I would say, like, I took my favorite parts of each woman and instilled them into my character.
And for last quick fun question, what's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
I would say Runaway. Because in Stranger Things, Runaway plays over one of my scenes. So it was foreshadowing my engagement,
you
right?
knew.
I was like, they knew. Stranger Things knew. Like, Netflix always knows, okay? If you're ever in doubt, Netflix will solve it, don't worry. But yeah, I think Runaway, it's such a good song.
As an I'll be there for you, girl. I respect it.
There you go.
Before I leave, I have to say my niece told me if I don't tell you that she loves you and thinks you're beautiful, then I would end up being the worst aunt on the planet. So
Thank you very much, and tell her I love her, and you are not the worst aunt on the planet.